Hello everybody, Math 12 Quarter 1 Week 4 lesson plans. Let's go through that right now. So Math 12 Quarter 1, and we're going to do Week 4 here, PowerPoint and MP4. If you want in on this week, students, you have to pass a diagnostic test. Name date here to sign in for your lesson plans here for week 4. So going up here to Math 12 Quarter 1 Week 4. Here's our lessons here, which is 2.5 Theorem of Algebra Pre-Calc Homework Part 1. So we finish up with 2.5. Then we go into 2.6, rational functions and asymptotes, classwork 1, part 1, part 2. And then 2.6, rational functions and asymptotes, homework part 1, part 2, part 3. And then we go into 2.7, graphs of rational functions, classwork part 1, part 2, and then we go 2.7, graphs of rational functions, pre-calculus homework part 1. So this will be cover this week, week 4. And then our predominant standard is FIF.7D, graph rational functions, identifying zeros and asymptotes. When suitable, factorizations are available and showing end behavior. So that's what we're focusing here on week 4. Find the domains of rational functions, our intro here. And then find vertical and horizontal asymptotes of graphs of rational functions. And then our learning target. Oh, wait a minute. We have a test here. Chapter 2 test in week 4. Polynomial rational functions. So we do have a test in week 4. And then our learning targets are analyze and sketch graphs of rational functions, sketch graphs of rational functions that have slant asymptotes, use graphs of rational functions to model and solve real life problems. So we're going to get into applying this to real life stuff. And then resources and materials, animated PowerPoints and MP4 versions of all lessons, classwork, homework, quiz, test, worksheets, activities, and tasks. All classwork sheets are closed exercise from PowerPoints or MP4s, homework, quizzes, test assignments available online with corrections provided after submission dates. And then access for all, available in over 100 languages, available online 24/7, closed caption for hearing impaired, audio for sight impaired. And then your classwork points are 192, note taking's 8 points, homework is 380 points, and then we have 0 points for quiz. Test is 65 points. That's this test up here. And so the total for week 4 is 645 points. So let's go right into our accommodations and modifications. So available online via Google Classroom interface. That is grades, classwork, homework, quizzes, tests, Zoom tutoring on request. So we start out here with 2.5 homework. So we got 56.0 homework for 2.5 part 1, and then 2.6 rational functions and asymptotes classwork. We got 44 points here classwork, and then notebook is 2 points. And then we go into part 2, 2.6 classwork, and we got 46 points of part 2. And we got 2 points again of notebook taking. And then we go into our homework here, 2.6 homework. We got 90 points here, part 1, rational functions and asymptotes. Then we got part 2 here, homework, 80 points for 2.6. Now we go into part 3 here of homework, 38 points homework here, 2.6 rational functions and properties. And then going on here, furthermore into week 4, we go into 2.7 classwork, 50 points here. Graphs of rational functions. We get into graphing rational functions. And part 2 classwork is 52 points, 2.7 graphs of rational functions. And then part 1, we go into our homework for 2.7, and that's 116 points here of homework for part 1, 2.7. And then we go into a chapter 2 test up to this point, chapter 2, and we have a chapter 2 test which is 65 points, and that goes up to 2 through 2.7 here. And that's how we finish here. Week 4 is with a chapter 2 test. Animated PowerPoint math video at AOL.com for questions or course materials. Thank you very much.